Welcome back. This is the second part of the revision of chapter development. So let's start. Now, income and other criterias. When we say a country is developed, we cannot just say that it is developed because the people are getting good amount of returns from what they are investing. For example, the per capita income of a state is suppose 25,000 per person, 25,000 per person, and on the other hand the per capita income of example B, state B, is just 5,000. Then just by comparing the amount, the income of per person, the per person, we cannot say that this state is developed and this is backward. But when we compare other aspects, like for instance the birth rate, the infant mortality rate, the literacy rate, or the attendance ratio, the net attendance ratio, these are the concepts which make the economists think that yes, these have to be included to know if a state or a country is developed or not. For instance, as we said in the example, state A had the per capita income of 25,000, state B had 5,000, right? But state B, on the other hand, has an infant mortality rate of say 11, okay, and state A has 49. Okay, so comparing this infant mortality rate, first of all, means when a child is born and up to a year, that is for till the first birthday, if the baby is healthy and if the person, if the baby is able to cross that age group, then that person is to be said to have crossed the rate. But infant mortality rate means when a child born in a year, amongst 1,000 children born in that year, if that child is not able to survive till the age of 1, that is before 1 year of age, if that child dies because of whatever reason, then that is to be said as infant mortality rate. Speaking it in the technical word, infant mortality rate, that is the IMR, indicates the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1,000 live children born in that particular year. Means in a year, amongst the 1,000 children born alive, if then a few number of children die before the age of 1, then that amount of children died is said to be the infant mortality rate. In the same way, the literacy rate means the measure of literate population in the age group of 7 or above. If that person is able to read, write, and speak a language, then that person is said to be literate. And the net attendance ratio means the total number of children from the age group of 6 to 10 attending a school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. Means uh, the number of children in a school and the people attending the school, that does difference, right? In a class we have 50 students, but on a particular day only all the 50 are present. Normally we have one or two absent, right? That is the attendance ratio, the absent one. Fine. And the that these kind of aspects like the infant mortality rate, literacy rate, and the attendance ratio. Other than this, we have many other aspects like the death rate, the birth rate, the sex ratio, that is the gender ratio. All these are the criteria to compare a state with the other or a country with the other. All these aspects, including the per capita income, can be said to be as development. If all these are well and good, then we can say a state or a country has been developed. Now, talking about our example, we said the state A had the per capita income of 25,000. The mortality rate, the infant mortality rate was 49, and state B had 5,000 as the per capita income, and the infant mortality rate was 11. Now, here the per capita income of A is more than B, but the infant mortality rate here of B is better than A. B is 11 and A is 49, right? It is more than 4 times, right? So comparing these two, we cannot say that yes, this state is developed and the state is not developed, or it is lagging behind. We cannot say. So we need to uh, collaborate every other aspect, every other criteria other than income to say a country or a state is developed or not. Now, moving on further, the public facilities. Here, the public facilities doesn't mean the infrastructure only. We have everything included over here. For in the yes, here it is said that money can buy all the goods and services needed to live, but money cannot buy pollution-free environment. True, as we said, we talked in the earlier topic, the income and other criteria. Our example was A. State A had per capita income of 26,000, but the mortality rate was 49, which shows that though the people over here are able to get a good amount of income, but the area with regards to the health is not that good. The health over here is not good, or maybe the people are not that educated. Fine. So here the aspect of uh, the income gets nullified. It's not the most important over here. Though you are having money but you are not able to save the people in your state, then that doesn't mean you are developed. You can say that your state is developed only when you have proper amount of money, that is the income is good, you have the health of the people in your state is good, you have very good amount of literate people, you have educated people in your state, then seeing to all these things as a whole, we can say that yes, your state is developed. Otherwise we cannot say it is developed over here, right? So the public facilities here means to see to the health, the education and all the other aspects other than income, that has to be included over here as the public facilities. Then moving on further, the human development, this concept is very important because in the first two things like the income and other criteria and the public facilities, we talked about other aspects other than income, right? So other than income means everything is related to the human, right? If a person has to feel developed, then we have to say that the person is educated or is having good health, right? So if a person, for instance, is ill always, though educated but is ill every time, will that person be able to provide his utmost to the firm or the country? No, he won't be able to. In another example, if a person is healthy, very good, very fit, but he is not educated at all, he has good brains but he is not knowing how to use his skills, then also that person is not able to provide his utmost skill to the nation, he is not able to produce the proper income. So for the concept of development, we need to first of all see the development of the person through the education. We need to provide good education, we need to give good health facilities to the person. So uh, thinking a person's development in all these aspects, we can say that that person is developed only if he is able to earn and fulfill all his desires, his materialistic desire, and that is possible when that person is fit and is able to do it, right? So that is related to human development. Next is the sustainability of development. Well, the sustainability of development means the concept is new. It is a new one. For, let's take an example. We'll understand it with an example. Talking about the groundwater, it is renewable, right? We use groundwaters with the rain. Again, the groundwater levels, they get become normal. In the same way, the water levels, once they just go down in summers and again in the rains, they come back to the normal level. But talking about non renewable resources, the way we are using petrol, for example, We though we have 4 people in our house, we'll be having 5 vehicles. One is for all of them to go together, the four-wheeler. One will be for your mother, one will be for your father, one will be for the brother, one will be for the sister. So all of them are having different vehicles for each, and one for all of them, common one. So we have 4 people and 5 vehicles. For all these vehicles need petrol, right? So which is not a renewable resource. Once it is used, it is gone, right? If we think of the future coming, right, the speed in which we are using the non-renewable resources now, the future will not be able to get any amount of it, right? Once it is used, you cannot produce it again. It needs time. So that is the concept over here. We need to develop in such a way that the future is not affected. That is called sustainable development. So when we develop or we maintain our development for a period of time with care for the future, that is called sustainable development. So if you have liked my video and understood all the concepts over here of development, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.